I'm going to do a little quick tutorial here on how to use these bubble overlays. And the first thing you want to do is just download your bubble overlays to your email. And so you're going to get this little zip file, okay? You just want to extract that, okay? And what you'll end up with is your Bubbles Photoshop overlay. And it's super easy. I've got an image prep for us that we're going to use these on. And I want to show you how to use them realistically. Because overdone, it can look kind of, I don't know, unnatural. So I'm just going to build a quick video for you guys. The first thing I'm going to do is open my bubble overlays in Photoshop. So we're going to click on our folder. Here's your instruction manual. I'm going to click on overlays, which I've already pulled out here, on my bubble overlay PSD file. That'll automatically open up Photoshop. Okay. From here I'm going to minimize, and I'm going to grab the image I want to use, which is this one right here. Okay, I'm going to unlock that layer. Here's our bubble overlay up here. Okay, we're going to click on that. We're going to click on our move tool, and we're just going to drag with our move tool these bubbles right into the image we want to use them on. It might take a little while to render. Don't let up on your move tool until you get the bubbles where you want them, and then let go. Okay, so we're going to wait for these to render, and I'm going to show you how to mask these in realistically and blur a few. If you make them too big, again, they can look unnatural, so we want to kind of place these. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the scene, and I'm going to move my bubbles to where I want them. Okay, let's go with right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to press the mask button down here. Okay, this will put a mask on our bubble, white mask. And now with our black brush, we've got black. I'm going to go to my brush. My opacity is at 100%. I can paint out the bubbles I don't want. So let's go ahead and get some of these out. Okay. And this is personal taste. It's completely up to you. I've got those out. I'm going to flatten the image. Okay. I'm going to go back to my bubbles and bring them in again. And I'm just going to keep doing this over and over until I get the bubbles how I want them. And I'm just going to show you a quick trick here to get some added depth of field into this. So I'm going to build a full image here. Okay. There's our new bubble layer. Same thing, I'm going to mask and take the bubbles off where I don't want them. Okay, some of those off there. Probably some of these bigger ones for now. Okay, I'm going to pull in one more layer. I'm going to do this one more time. This is the image I'm going to use for my graphic, so I thought maybe you guys should see me make it. Move tool, pull, throw it into our scene. A little slow here, I'm sorry. Okay. And now I'm going to mask. Some of you might want some of these bigger bubbles in there. That's completely up to you. It's just a matter of personal taste. Yeah, this all looks pretty good. I might want to do a few bubbles in front of my wash tub there. I think I'm going to grab one more layer and just put some tiny ones on there. Wait for it to render. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to mask. And I think I'm just going to put some of these. I think I only want one on here, guys. I'm just going to grab this little bubble over here, this little guy. And now I can adjust him and move him. Move this right here. I've kind of got that one in there too, and I don't mind that little guy. Okay, bubbles are in place. The next thing we want to do is add some depth of field to this. Okay, and to do that, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my layer. Okay, we're going to make a blur layer. And in Photoshop, I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And we'll get this little pop-up here. And I'm going to go ahead and up my blur radius, looking at some of these in the background here. Okay, because we're going to put these on some of these that should be further away. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. I'm going to mask. This gives us a white mask. And I'm going to do Command-I on a Mac. Invert that to black. And now anywhere we paint is going to blur out the bubbles we want blurred. So we just want to blur out a few of these, leave some in focus. Okay, just to switch it up a little bit, give some added depth. And I'm going to go with that for right now. And I think I'm going to grab one more bubble layer. So I'm going to flatten that. Grab our bubbles. This area is a little lacking up in here, so, and I just want to put in some tiny ones. Again, completely up to you how many you put in, where you put them in, what you blur, what you don't blur. Gonna mask. Grab my black brush. Paint them out. I just want a few of these little tiny ones up in here. I don't want any over my subject. Be really careful when you're using that and putting them over the subject, because again, you want a more natural look. Make sure these are in here well. And that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this image, and we're going to call that a finished image. These are super easy to use. These are one of the overlays I'm most excited about, because these can save you a lot of time. Just please don't overdo them, and you should be fine. Thank you. Have a great day.